Hey everybody, it's Jeremiah. Have you ever had that one person or many people in your life who are so nosy and they want to know everything about you and anything about you and will not stop being nosy for an answer? Let's talk about this on the flip side. Hey everybody, it's Jeremiah. I'm back, and today's topic is about nosy people. People that want to know everything about your life. They want to know every step of it, who you know, who you talk to. You know, they just want to know every aspect. And I gather, you almost gather now that my life is pretty much an open book. I kind of tell it how it is, and a lot of my deepest, darkest secrets, but not all of them, but a lot of them, everybody knows. So this is kind of therapeutic for me to do this. It's kind of cathartic, even though I'm not Catholic, but it's kind of helps me deal with my issues myself. Anyway, so let's go back to that nosy person. So how do people deal with them? I have a couple, well, a few really, but I'm going to say couple because saying few is a bit hard for me. A couple comes across easy. Anyway, so I have a couple, and they just want to know everything. I mean, they really literally want to know everything. Idiot. Tried to cut me off. And so I used to respond by saying, don't be so nosy. It seems like it's a normal response. And then I started getting really annoyed about it because they wouldn't care that they're called nosy, would admit that they're nosy, but then would still pressure the situation and want a bit no more. So I start making up stories. I'm not telling a lie, because if you read a novel, it's made up. A lot of them is fictional, and if they're fictional, that means they're made up. And so that means the author is lying. But when I tell my stories, they're fictional. So I'm not lying when I tell them what I think, what they kind of want to know, but I put a twist to it. So they have no clue that I'm just like bullshitting them. And then I tell my good friends, like Miss Marguerite, my love of my life, she's my everything. She's everything. She's the most nicest, friggin' nicest person you'll ever meet. She's sweet, she's very attentive and very intuitive and very smart, and she always has the right things to say. So, I digress again. So, back to nosy people. So, I want to tell an example, but I'm frightened that they follow me. Okay, I'll try and think of different ones. How do I get around it? Okay, today I was leaving work early because I went to the gym, and Ken's home because he still doesn't have a job. And so I want to spend a little longer time with him. So I'm heading home right now. It's 1:25 p.m. So this one person asked me where I was going, but she shouts it really loud, and it's where I work. And my response really loud back was, I'm going on a job interview. And meanwhile, she really believes, and her face is shock and awe. I want to say shock and horror, but shock and awe sounds better. And she's like glaring at me, and one of the girls I work with said, have a great interview. And so she knows I'm bullshitting, but it's just stupid things like that I just like to play around with people. Okay, there is one I'll tell you about, but I'm going to try and remove all names and stories. So, there's this person I knew a while back, and her and her husband were going through some slight issues to the point of separation. And this one person I knew at the time kept on asking me, did I know what went wrong while the marriage was like kind of while they're separating. And I kept on saying no, I didn't. And to be honest, I don't know, and I don't have to know, I'll always be supportive to her and everything else, but to me, that's up to her to tell her truth when she wants to tell it. Like, I don't need to have it from her to respect her still, or still think great of her. I don't really know. So I've never known the legitimate reason what went on. But I got so fed up of this person asking me, and I got fed up of her asking the other person, why marriage was breaking up, and asking me why is it breaking up. So I told her that she came home and found her husband masturbating, wearing her clothes. And so this person said to me, oh my God, I would leave my husband too. I thought it highly amusing. And then I was like, oh my God, this girl that I know who's going through this thing, I don't know how she'll handle it. So I kind of said to her, I kind of told a fictional story about you and your husband. And why don't people use a 10-second and give everybody else an idea where to go? Now she is. Okay, I told about what happened between her and her husband, and I told her the story that I fictionalized. And she thought it was hilarious. So, that was a safe one. But so anyway, to this day, I still know these people involved. And she's never ever asked what went on to either of us for the marriage to fizzle away. So it worked. But just some people just don't know when no is enough. I never ask questions about people. And it's not that I'm just being into myself or selfish or anything else like that. I just think people have a right to tell their truths, type of thing. I mean, I will ask people, are you from San Diego? Are you from California? From the US? I'll ask people, you got children? Or, I know people that ask what before they'll be friends with somebody, they want to know what the husband's occupation is to see whether it meets their criteria. And it's that fakeness and phoniness that I just can't stand. So I just don't ask those kind of questions to people. I just think that that's private, and it's up to the other person whether they want to tell you or not. And I do hope people don't take it that I'm just not interested. It's just I'm trying to respect their privacy. And I've never gone through before of people not knowing where boundaries lay, that because they know you, that they think there is no such thing as boundaries, and will just exploit them all the time. So that's kind of my idea of nosy people. For me to deal with them now, I'm just going to make a fictional story as an author would make up a fictional story. And as usual, I'll make it funny and probably a little bit crass, because that's how I roll. But anyway, I'm glad that people do this, because it gave me something to talk about. That's who I am. Anyway, kids, the last couple of videos I keep forgetting to tell you to subscribe, follow, share, like, ring-a-ling-a-ding, that bell that you see when you hit subscribe, dingle the bell. So, I am so grateful for everything you guys do for me. I really am, and this makes it more worthwhile. And I really feel like it's helping me mentally dealing with all this and talking about it. And these are stories that I can let out and get feedback from new people, and it just makes me feel better that I'm not alone when somebody says, oh my God, I do the same thing, or I go through the same thing, or I did the same thing. It just makes me feel like that I'm not alone. It's like in my inner circle, I'm the only crazy one. And in my inner circle, I'm the only one that took an overdose. And in my circle, I'm the only one who had a brother that killed himself. And so in some aspects, I feel alone, that I don't have people to share a lot of this stuff with, and that's why you guys make my life. I want to say tolerable, but it's not tolerable. My life is pretty good. It just makes me feel expression, and that I can talk to this camera, and you guys have the choice to watch or follow or just ignore me or block me, but hopefully you guys don't do that. So thank you for letting me not pay you and you to be my therapists, because this really helps. I feel like I've come strides since we've got together and spending this time together, and you look beautiful tonight. All right, chillins, send me topics again, tell me what you want to know, and let's get this ball rolling one more time. Thank you.